And welcome to this edition of Utah Business Matters, your weekly television window to small business here in the state of Utah. And we begin this week with the story of Thurl Bailey. Off the court, you recognize him as one of the Jazz's best all-time players, but he's also a very accomplished small business person.
Everybody wants to win in everything that they do.
Coach came up to me, and I will never forget what he said. He said, "Thurl, I see potential in you." He said, "I see potential in you you probably don't even see in yourself."
I knew I wanted to have my own speaking business.
Thurl Bailey was a remarkable player who really maximized his talents and his abilities on the floor that then allowed him to actually catapult himself out of basketball as a player into then Thurl Bailey, the businessman, Thurl Bailey, the musician, Thurl Bailey, the community leader.
Speaking business is pretty, it's interesting because there are a lot of speakers out there, a lot of really good speakers. But there aren't a lot of ex-pro athletes, in my opinion, who are great speakers.
Your dreams can come true.
And all eyes are on you and all ears are on you, and they're waiting for you to deliver something that they can use, something that may change their lives. One young lady slipped something in my pocket while I was signing autographs after, and I just said thank you, and she said, I wrote you something. And basically talked about how something that I said that day kept her from taking her own life. Best decision I ever made. It's my wife. It's my wife, because everything that she schedules is based on what's already the most important things. So if a gig comes in and, you know, my son has a big tournament coming up, then you know, I'm going to be at that tournament, because my son's never going to forget the fact that, you know, this was an important moment in my life as a kid, and my dad and my mom were there. So I get a little emotional when I talk about that, but it's important.
This day is for you to go out and dream the mighty dream.
Even 15, 20 years later, grown-ups are coming back to me saying, "Hey, I remember when you came to my elementary school, and I remember exactly what you talked about, and I want to thank you." And those are powerful things.
They told me,
I realized music was going to be important in my life when I was 7, 8 years old.
To see,
I was into music. Jackson 5 were big, the Osmonds, because you either wanted to be Donny Osmond or Michael Jackson back in the day. I was playing professional basketball and just decided that I was going to do a music project. And I did my first one, and somebody actually bought one. That was success to me. Since then I've had 5 music CDs out, and I can't tell my kids to follow their dreams if I'm not doing mine.
Your father?
Yes, I have 4 kids.
You know, he lives 3,000 miles away, but I can call him on the phone anytime, and he'll practically be out there the next day if there's an issue.
We want to create something where we can be partners, where we can create this movement that not only affects fathers, but father figures. Fatherhood's always been important to me, and that's the key. It's not that it has to be, you have to be good at it, because that's not what Arena Man's about. Fatherhood is not something that perfect men do. It's something that perfects men. And sometimes you sit back and you think and you regret and you wish you had some time back, and you can't get it back. You just hope that you did the best you could with what you had. And Arena Men doesn't just mean men. There are women out there who are playing a couple of roles in the household because the men have decided to go elsewhere. It's not the critic that counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena. The idea is to walk through the door, walk into the arena, and then you'll be able to handle whatever's there. I've got this 16-year-old beautiful daughter who is excelling at something. And she hasn't been playing, she's only been playing volleyball for 3 years, and now she's already been offered a scholarship. For me to be in her life is so important. Now, they may not tell you that. Dads embarrass their daughters sometimes, and sometimes I'm maybe a little nerdy for them or whatever, but I know it's important to her. Yeah, I know the ramifications of not being there. I was part of an amazing group of people back in 1983 to win a national basketball championship, collegiate basketball championship, and the ceremonial cutting down of the nets has had a big impact on my life, because once you do that, once you become a champion, you want to be a champion every phase of your life, whether it's fatherhood, whether it's being a husband, whether it's running a business.
Baby, wherever your arena is, in the classroom, in your home, and things that you want to accomplish, you always bring your A game.
And hopefully I've done the right things to create a brand that people can hear the name or see the brand and say, man, I trust that brand. I'm going to go to that seminar because it says trust. I mean, you're looking at the product right here, and there's so many things that are offshoots from that. And if that's tarnished, you need to find something else to do.